Are you done talking? So, will you tell us where the Stellaron is?
It is the Penacony Grand Theater itself.
As I suspected, it's the embodiment of the family. The edifice that first materialized within the Sweet Dream. That's what turned Penacony into its current state.
As for the person who employed its power, it is in fact Mr. Gopherwood, the current Dream Master.
Well, that was easier than I thought. Did you conduct your own investigation already?
Correct. When I was trying to track down the person who murdered my sister, apart from you, Gopherwood was my second suspect.
Confronting me first turned out to be a smart move on your part.
I didn't have other options. The Dream Master has been elusive, and even the heads of the families can hardly get an audience with him. Moreover, Mr. Gopherwood has been kind to my sister and me, and I didn't want it all to end like this.
What do you mean by that?
To be honest, my brother and I are also victims of the cancer of all worlds. We grew up as orphans, and were adopted by the family when they came to help. Mr. Gopherwood recognized our potential and brought us to Penacony. But I can't just stand by and watch Mr. Gopherwood become an enemy of the Harmony. I won't use my voice to support an evil cause. I won't step on that stage and sing, no matter who the traitor is, or what orders they give me. I won't let the Charmony Festival become an event that destroys Harmony itself, or the paradise in our dreams.
Indeed, for the paradise in our dreams. As the head of the Oak family, I'm responsible for ensuring Penacony's promising future. Robin and I will head into the Sweet Dream and confront the Dream Master. And if it turns out that the family has truly strayed from the Harmony, I'll fight alongside you. We'll put the Charmony Festival on hold and make sure Mr. Gopherwood pays for his blood debt.
The enemies you are about to face aren't like this old dog here, who can barely even bark. Since our interests are aligned, why don't we team up? Maybe, just maybe, we'll have a shot at success.
We have always been following in the footsteps of our nameless predecessors, and there's no reason to stop now.
Yeah, we Nameless won't back down from a challenge. Isn't that right, Mr. Trailblazer? Come on, don't crack jokes at such a serious moment.
Rest assured, sitting on the sidelines isn't in our nature. Mr. Sunday, Miss Robin, I'm willing to accompany you on behalf of the Astral Express. Having a third party present should help with negotiations, and could make all the difference if things get ugly.
Thank you, Mr. Yang.
Thank you all very much.
The Charmony Festival is about to start, and time is against us. We must hasten.
Everyone, let's gather over here. We still need to make some preparations.
Cheese.
I may have been quick to step up to the plate, but confronting the Dream Master could be a very dangerous affair.
Huh?
He's the leader of the.
Maybe you can
No, that won't do. You're still careful. Huh. As I suspected, this chip, if I'm right, he
Aventurine.
Remember what I said earlier? Working with the IPC, if negotiations go south and the family show their true colors by... The only question mark in all of this is Aventurine's current status. But the IPC...
Good luck to you, Welt.
Well, you take care too. If anything goes wrong, don't worry about me. Just make sure to seal the Stellaron.
Spoken like a true hero. Even if the Dream Master is innocent, the family's corruption runs deep. I won't make the same mistake Mikhail did.
Don't you have something else to tell us, Gallagher?
Why would you say so?
Before we departed, the conductor asked us to inquire about the three nameless in Pennic, if I'm not mistaken. We've already met him somewhere.
It's not enough to say meet. I've been watching over you ever since I received the reply from the Astral Express. And I've seen the great Miss Himiko, were you the one who repaired the Express and got it sailing through the cosmos again?
Yes.
And you two, young Nameless, you have very...
What? Hey, you can't just make up titles.
You're full of energy. Please send my regards to the conductor, Pom Pom. Please let them know, as for the last Nameless, he embarked, disembarked, and embarked again. Traveling in a on his deathbed, he told me to find the Astral Express and deliver an invitation to the future Nameless. He left behind a special gift, a true legacy. Something that belongs only to the successors of the Trailblaze. Come with me. Now is the time to reveal it.
Back here again.
Sometimes I feel like you're still alive, old friend. Like you've still got so much to say and do. You've kept my promise. Brought the future Trailblazers you've waited so long for. I don't know why you were so obsessed with that train. But I remember. Don't let us down, old man.
What's happening?
Go ahead. His resting place lies in the garden up ahead. The first and last Nameless of Penacony. Mikhail Char Legward, the Watchmaker.
enough. The watchmaker is the third nameless. Even I could guess that.
The legacy he left behind was a dream bubble. After all, when I checked its contents, I found nothing inside. Maybe.
Well, let's.
Wait, what's going on? Seriously? How could a dream bubble be empty?
Just as I suspected. That old man always had this strange belief in the nameless and the trailblaze. And I never understood where he got that confidence from. Especially since he never managed to get in touch with the Express while he was alive. I could never figure out what was going on in that old man's head. This empty dream bubble is so typical. That mischievous old man. Well, I didn't expect him to leave anything concrete behind anyway.
Don't think that's the case, Gallagher. I'm sure Mikhail has left us the most precious thing of all.
Don't start getting all philosophical on me, all right?
Just as Mikhail believes in the nameless of the future, we unconditionally believe there must be something contained in this dream bubble. It's just we haven't figured it out yet.
Well, I'm a follower of the enigmata. My philosophy forbids me to have faith in anything. That's why I understand what faith means in the path of Trailblaze. And I also want to know what he left behind. I'll leave it to you guys then.
Can I borrow your pet? I need to make a trip back to Golden Hour and check something at the Dreamscape sales store. It's for Mikhail, and for the future of Penacony.
Welcome to the Reverie Hotel. How may I help you?
Greetings. We're the Nameless from the Astral Express, and we'd like to check in.
The Astral Express? But I thought...
Yes, my companion's already checked in. My name is Dan Hung, and I believe my personal information is recorded in your system.
I see, but your companion said you wouldn't be coming due to a change of plans.
Now the plans have changed again.
And you are...
Me? I'm Pom Pom, a new nameless who's also with the Astral Express.
He's my fellow trailblazer. We responded to the family's invitation before he boarded the express, so...
Oh, I see. Another one of the Nameless had a similar... Since there's a precedent, it shouldn't be a problem. Just give me a second. I'm sorry, dear guests, but it seems I'm unable to reach the...
What do you mean by unable?
My apologies. This is the first time I've encountered a situation like this. However, the system indicates...
How about this? Give me their room number, and we'll go check on them ourselves.
I'm afraid that's not possible. I need to verify both of your identities before I can share any guest information.
How about you just wake up someone? Let's say, Wilt?
I'm sorry, but there are strict rules regarding forced awakening. It cannot be done without the proper clearance.
So nothing works, huh? What's your solution then? Are you saying we sleep here? At the reception?
Please be patient. we need to contact your companions in order to confirm your.
And now it seems you need to confirm our identities before you can contact our companions.
It seems so.
Oh, fudge. Look, nothing personal, but if you can't handle this, go find someone else who can, okay?
Please calm down, dear guests. I do recall that Mr. Sunday, the Oak family head, personally.
I don't think she's trying to give us a hard time. She really just doesn't know what to do.
I have a bad feeling about this.
Something doesn't seem right. I need to leave for a moment.
Sure thing. Just... He seems pretty worried about his companions. I should give him some space. Stressing out about it won't help anything.
The Charmony Festival is about to start.
Hey!
Well, I didn't come all the way here specially for the festival.
Well, back in my homeworld, Anaria.
Oh, come on. The Charmony Festival is a once in an amber.
Well, you never know. Anyway, let's forget about that.
Unsettling things? What could possibly.
Relax. With a big event like this, there's.
Oh, well, looks like I won't get any fudging clues out of these two. They're clueless.
Greetings. I'm Cody of the Bloodhound family.
Hello. So, do you think they're...
I'm not present all.
She doesn't appear... Back already?
Hasn't she returned?
Nope. Neither the staff.
I agree. I walked around the hotel.
Well, I'll be... not so...
Are you suggesting?
I wouldn't say they don't want to attract...
If I were a family...
Of course, we don't...
A secret signal.
That's right.
Oh, a concrete
I'm sorry.
How do we get into the VIP lounge?
This is where my street smarts come into play.
You can actually book a stay on credit, and the interest is surprising.
You're the...
Yes.
We're the name... We've been waiting here forever.
Is this your...
It's called...
I apologize.
Just...
Wow, this bar's something else. Certainly worthy of the Planet of Festivities.
One Peach Soul Glad? Shake.
Good evening, gentlemen.
Hey,
Has Donna's... Oh, if someone had
That's strange.
What should we do?
No.
Well, what can I get?
Anything you recommend.
Then I would recommend...
This flavor.
Dynamite barb.
As long as you're satisfied.
Let's give the memo keeper another half system.
The situation is unusual for the
Actually, there's some, as you know, isn't there a saying?
talking.
Well, with that Acheron,
And you believe...
I'm not.
Anyway, unless...
Maybe it's people do but eons.
You think she...
It's much.
But in my opinion...
Oh,
Exactly. It's more about...
I don't know what you've been. That's why the galaxy. Just in case. the Memo Keeper does.
We sure have a lot of...
Well, by the way,
What's your plan?
it's simple.
No need for that.
Wait.
Are you leaving?
Huh?
Ha ha. Looks like you are.
Looks like your memo keeper, friend.
Oh, I'll be waiting.
No mistake. That.
Well, looks like...
You're back?
Oh,
2 guests?
Yeah, or 2. Look, we welcome all passengers on the Astral Express.
My apologies, conductor. It was an oversight on my part. I assumed you were already acquainted with the garden. Given the chaotic situation in Penacony, the Nameless are the only ones we can truly trust right now.
You are the memo keeper.
Pleased to meet you, Dan Hung. I've seen you in others' memories. And as for Boot Hill, this is our first face-to-face meeting. I hope you enjoyed that bottle of Astana's White Oak. You sure have a refined taste.
finally, Memo Keeper. Let's cut to the chase. Spill everything you know.
That's precisely what I intend to do. But before that, please allow me to introduce myself. My name is Black. I'm sure she knows it better than I do.
Greetings. I'm Acheron.
What? You Garden of Recollection shirtbag! You betrayed me!
I apologize, but she did that at my request. Due to certain reasons, I have been exiled by the family. Thankfully, this memo keeper came to my aid and helped me escape their surveillance unnoticed.
To be honest, it was more like stalking than helping. And the process was far from unnoticed. But we did escape.
I asked her to guide me to a place beyond the family's reach and to contact a few trustworthy individuals, namely all of you.
Trustworthy? Son of a nice lady. You think I'm dumb or something? How about this? I'll put a few bullet holes in your head and see what secrets spill out. Then, we can talk about trust.
It doesn't have to be like that. I'm willing to answer all your questions, but not right now. If my cover hadn't been blown, we might have had more time, but at the moment, we don't have any other options.
No other options? What do you mean?
This is the only way I can ensure everyone's safety. I kindly request an immediate warp jump out of the Astana star system.
This passenger is requesting...
As far as I can tell, she's not a threat and seems to be telling the truth.
I've briefly traveled with your companions and know their whereabouts, Dan Hung. Please rest assured, your nameless companions are safe, but they need our help. As for Boot Hill, you may have guessed. I've been waiting for you. Galaxy Rangers are known for their elusive nature and limited contact with each other, so this was the only way I could reach out to you. Only by doing this can I find a true Galaxy Ranger and fulfill a long-standing promise. To return his relics to their rightful owner. Someone once told me that every rainfall is like a gift from the heavens, a sign of their mercy upon the world. Raindrops are said to be the tears of the gods, shed in response to the sorrows of the world. Their constant pouring is a reminder that the gods haven't abandoned us yet. So, how long has this rain been going on for?
I used to believe, just like you, that it would eventually stop. Looks like the god you mentioned doesn't exist after all. Well, mortals who walk the paths, and for some,
Right?
sin-thirsters, they emerge who once might be.
Are you watching over them?
Watching over them? No. It was a brutal war. A crusade that shook the unwavering determination of the Hunt followers persists even in death. So someone must guide these lost souls for me.
But you know these sin-thirsters. They're not who they...
Does this seem pointless to you? Or some tasks have to be done, even if they are.
I can help you.
For what?
For the meaning of the nihility. That's what I've been...
I see. After all, this realm is all. Thank you, stranger.
Before we part ways, I have one. It is true that their actions and even their entire lives may seem pointless from our perspective. If this is what the departed ones expected.
A good question. What I do know is that one day someone will stand at my grave and place a bouquet.
When I appeared as a child, my speech, mindset, and soul reflected immaturity and innocence. As I grew into adulthood, I left behind my childlike side.
I humbly request your blessings, esteemed advocate of Shipe.
Come to me, my kinship. I have sought.
As you wish. I have faithfully served the Alfalfa family for nearly a decade, promoting the path of the harmony to the best of my... Out of laziness, I lied and claimed that everything was ready. Although the head has...
Do you sincerely repent and vow to change your ways?
Yes.
Have you examined your soul and confessed?
Oh.
Are you willing to it? Very well. Show your dedication and goodwill to the family.
Oh, pray.
Next.
I wholeheartedly...
Rest assured. I have implored their...
Oh.
I see.
My children were starving. And I hope they... But the Bloodhound family got wind of it. They're on my tail.
The family is ready to forgive all sinners. I'll ask the Bloodhound.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Next, please.
Hey! Long time no see, Mr. Sunday.
I have sought their presence with us.
Sure. Let's just get this over with. That's it. Nothing more. We wrap this.
Do you seek to...
My sins? Starting to sound like a saint, huh? You think nobody knows what your precious family has done? About the watchmaker? Huh? Don't kid yourself, Featherbrain. Before you start spouting off your holy verses, answer me this well. I've spent enough time in confession today to enter the Harmony's paradise, right? right?
Oh, revered triple-faced soul, hear my doubts. Who can judge the strong when their power hides their crimes? Who can vouch for the weak when they will pay? Who can come if the strong defending the weak? Then who?
Brother? Brother, are you all right?
I'm fine. I've been working long hours, and I just made a trip to Dreamflux Reef and back. So, I'm a bit out of sorts. But it'll all be over before we know it.
You've been working non-stop on the Charmony Festival, Mr. Sunday, and no one could have predicted...
No need to worry about troubling anyone. The Charmony Festival was meant to spread joy and harmony across the cosmos. But now that we know the truth, I'm afraid we'll have to cancel it.
It has always been our wish to make everyone happy, so... We'll do our best to explain everything to the Dream Master. I'm sure he'll understand. Even if the negotiation does not go smoothly. I'll refuse to go on stage. Without the Chord Master, the Harmonious Choir would not arrive.
I'm relieved to see your determination. You know, since arriving in Penacony, we haven't had any...
The Dream Master rarely grants an audience.
Perhaps he'll be the first guest.
Let's hope we...
Indeed.
It's about time. Well...
Don't worry. I'll be waiting here.
Looks like someone needs help. Let's go check it out.
My dream is right before my eyes.
Oh, Mr. Sunday. Hey, if I just reached out my hand...
The moon? You mean the Grand Theater?
Yeah. Look at me. I've been away from home for but it's no big deal. The Grand Theater here looks much better than the Moonback. They told me not to sell everything I had just to come...
Selling everything you had?
Why? It's better to be here at Penacony. No pain.
Is this truly living?
Huh? What did you say, young lady?
Oh, it's nothing, sir. You see, the traffic on Glock's...
Oh, yeah, that's a great idea. Wow, no wonder you were the leader of the... See you around, Mr. Sunday.
What's up, sister?
This is the land of the dreams. But why do they live like this? The man we ran into... He doesn't seem happy at all. Even though sweet dreams are nice, they're just illusions. But for him, they're the only way to survive, even if it means giving up on reality. That's not really living at all.
I suppose you have a point. But, in my opinion, that's how most people live their lives.
Why do you say that?
You think that man is not actually living, But that's not quite accurate. People believe they have a predetermined value to fulfill. Gaining value. However, value doesn't come out of thin air.
Are you suggesting that this is not how things should be?
Exactly. But, ironically, people don't think there's anything wrong with it. The survival of the fittest. That's where all the tragedies in the world come from. No tragedies exist here. Only happiness. Although in its...
Perhaps that man is just an exception. What?
Yes. Seeing is believing. I'll accompany you.
Glad to meet you again, Robin. How are the preparations for the Charmony Festival?
It's going...
You're too kind, Robin. I can't stand being lonely or bored, so this Jubilant Dreams...
But if this went on forever...
Nah, not at all. Every day, you get to wear fancy clothes.
But you know that only a few things...
That's exactly why I don't plan on bringing anything back. Just only in this sweet dream can I truly feel like I'm in control.
I see. I genuinely...
And I wish you a fantastic performance.
Seems like that guest's perspective didn't resonate with you either.
She had a valid point. I could sense her genuine happiness.
What you're trying to say is, she thinks she's in control of her life. But in reality, she's just escaping from reality and seeking solace in this...
Well, she did make mention of being able to afford a room. Did it?
However, the paradise in our dreams...
No. And the paradise we yearn for shouldn't be just a fleeting dream either. The scenery in this dreamscape is truly breathtaking, isn't it?
Oh, Robin. You're...
A philosophical mind. I hope I'm not intruding.
Oh, not at all. With little time...
It's my pleasure. No need to be formal. Just speak your mind. You...
Yeah. I was part of a war, and then... all my They have. And I'm truly grateful for that. My physical body is now in the dream pool, sustained by life support. The me you see here is my true appearance.
So... you...
Just being able to live at all is good enough for me. My world has been torn apart, and my life could end any second. So, how I envy those everlasting things.
That old man's story... It's so...
That's precisely why this sweet dream in Penacony exists.
However, Even the sweet dream has its limitations. While it provides solace to the disillusioned,
There will be a way out. Penacony is already on the right track.
look what we have here. A lovely young lady. Wait. Brother, what a surprise to see you again.
Show yourself. Your trick won't work on us.
I've heard that a skilled masked fool received an invitation too.
Barely. The people here are way too gullible. A little bait is all it...
Now that you've had your fill, it'd be wise to leave before it's too late. The music of the harmony doesn't tolerate discord.
What? Now that you have the real Robin, I'm useless? Oh, how disheartening. You should be thanking me. Because if it weren't for me cleaning up this mess, Penacony would still be in shambles. Don't you think?
That was a personal request from the head of the Iris family, and it has nothing to do with us.
The Charmony Festival? You think you can scare me? You think I've no idea what you're planning? I don't care what you're thinking, chicken wing boy. But I'm pretty sure our lovely Robin won't. Penacony, the land of the dreams. Is this truly the paradise you desire?
Stop it.
What's the rush, chicken wing boy? Did I get to you?
Our paradise is none of your concern, masked fool. Leave now, or the family won't tolerate you anymore.
All right. I'll go. But Robin, I suggest you seriously consider this. Do you really believe those living in dreams can escape pain and find true happiness? Well, I've done my part. And now I'm simply waiting for the fire. Here, the last two gifts for both of you. And don't lose them. If by some unfortunate chance the Charmony Festival starts against all odds, remember to use them during the show. And it'll be thrilling. Bang!
I heard a raven cawing in the distance. It seems the Dream Master will arrive soon. Let's wait here for the Dream Master to arrive.
Okay. By the way, brother, I heard you no longer have a sweet tooth. Back when we were kids, you used to steal my desserts. Seems like a lot has changed during my absence. What exactly happened?
Well, someone has to stay awake even in this sweet dream.
But that someone doesn't have to be you, or anyone in particular. The paradise in our dream, Penacony, is nothing more than a dream.
Remember the old man we met earlier? Without this dream...
That might be true, but... even without Penacony, that path may have been more ordinary and challenging. But now, he is receiving hospice care in a comatose state. Is Penacony granting these people a future? Or is it taking it away from them?
Well, don't forget this. Not everyone really has a future. The future for humanity is like the sky for birds. People mistakenly believe that flight is inherent to birds because they've never witnessed those birds crashing to their death. Do you remember how we took in that little Charmony dove when we were young?
Yeah, we took care of it. Provided food and water, groomed its feathers. And later, when I decided to leave Penacony...
Well, I didn't mention what happened to it in my letters because I didn't want to upset you. Shortly after you left, It crashed to its death right in front of your window.
I had surmised as much. I knew you wouldn't have avoided mentioning the bird for no reason. Despite that unfortunate outcome, I still believe it was the right decision. Birds aren't meant to spend their lives in cages.
But here's the thing. If there are birds in this world that can never fly, can we really assert that they belong in the sky?
Are you implying that the same goes for humans too?
Let's take the Astral Express as an example. The Nameless made tremendous efforts to bridge worlds, gaining fame across the universe. However, that's because the pursuit of the Trailblaze exceeds the capabilities of ordinary humans. Otherwise, why would this path be filled with broken rails, an abandoned express, and even a fallen eon?
That's just sophistry. If that were true, then only the powerful would have the right to determine the future.
Unfortunately, that's exactly what happens. Another name for the future is self-value. While this world has its fair share of heroes who inspire people and garner admiration for their heroic deeds, the majority of ordinary people, some are born weak and vulnerable. Some find themselves trapped in unfortunate circumstances. Some fall victim to malice and cowardice. When it comes to survival, everyone is equal. And the weak can only watch as their value gets constantly diminished by external forces.
That's why we should care for the weak and support them as if their suffering were our own. That's what the Odes of Harmony have always taught us.
While the Harmony holds noble aspirations, the strong will always be strong, and the weak will always be weak. Even in this carefree dream, human nature contains greatness, but it also harbors inherent weaknesses that can't be eradicated. In the end, if people can't even secure their own survival, they won't care about the illusory future of equality. As long as the law of survival of the
But if people don't live for the future, do they merely exist for survival? If even you, my brother...
People often forget that when the first bird took flight, the entire world envisioned a future where no more fledglings would ever crash to their death.
Are you reading, sister? What are you...
Mr. Gopherwood gave me a picture book. It's about the story of... If I could become a Chordmaster, I'd like to summon...
I see. Then...
Don't you have a wish of your own, brother?
Of course I do. It's just...
Then, let's build a stage there, and invite everyone to our performance.
It's a deal, then.
Yeah, it's a deal. But how can I be...
Maybe you will have to become a star first.
You're back sooner than I thought. Any results?
Yes. And now, it's up to us to forge ahead.
Since he's already carried out his last wish, my final mission is complete. But pardon me if I sound curt. It's good to have determination. The path Mikhail left for you is not an easy one to tread. Why else would he have chosen to sleep in solitude? Well, you have the numbers. And in
Got any more encouraging words?
As I see it, relying on Welt's negotiations alone is Penacony is our rival's home turf, and we already have very few chips left to play with. rather than we're more familiar with the Stellaron's properties than most. And since it's the key to stabilizing the sweet dream, it's vital to the family's interests. By attacking their core interests, they're bound to retaliate hastily. And as the saying goes, haste makes waste.
That's right. As long as we pose a threat to the Stella. But the problem is, on the eve of the Charmony Festival opening, how exactly are we going to get close to the theater?
So, no one's gonna say anything? Then I'll raise my hand. Why are you speaking like the General of the Law Fu? So, I heard that before the Charmony Festival begins, there'll be a pageant to kick off the festival. It's called the Soul Glad TM Festivity Auditions. Or some. As long as we clinch the top spot, we'll be able to attain the title of Festive Superstar. And be able.
So, how do we go up?
I've already procured special invite tickets from Miss Robin's to tell you the truth, I had been preparing to join the auditions all along.
So they're still running this thing, huh? It was originally just a publicity stunt, set up by Mikhail.
We'll follow Marge's plan. Mr. Gallagher, will you be joining us?
I'm afraid I won't have the time. As a virtual character, I've already completed my final mission. Whether Penacony can awaken from this dream is all down to you.
Should we ever cross paths again? I'd love for you to visit the
All right. I'll have to add to that data bank of yours you've got on the Express.
And Miss Firefly, we thank you for all your support. We're faced with a...
We've already come this far together. I'd like to join you for the rest of your journey on Penacony. I'm pleased that...
This is also the spirit of the Trailblazer.
As the last group of contestants, how confident are you in overcoming all of the challenges?
Would you be open to a brief exclusive interview with us?
Your journey is long and fraught with peril.
The sword and rose! Protect the beauty!
A knight's head is hard as steel. Brother Lance Focus is stubborn as a heel. We don't all have to be...
People are pouring in. Kinda feels like all sorts of baddies are showing up.
Ladies and gentlemen, please make way.
Coming towards us now is one of Penacony's top 10 wealthiest tycoons.
Allow me to introduce myself. I'm the director of Soulglad's factory, Ideen Lida.
Hello, everybody. I'm Himiko, a nameless from the Astral Express, and these are my companions.
Don't you guys need to hide your identities?
Can't hide it anyways. Penacony is plastered with our posters. And because the Astral don't expose my net handle to everyone! Hello, everyone! I'm March 7th. I'm an ordinary girl who loves adventure.
Hello, everyone. I'm Firefly. I am also an ordinary girl who...
So it's a bunch of nameless guests. This final face-off is bound to be spectacular.
Grab a bottle of Soul Glad and make your dreams a blast.
This place is buzzing.
That's right. This venue is a miniature representation of that time known as the era filled.
Stream 4. Yeah. Stream 4. The gleam hold.
Nameless, your arrival reminds me of the grand occasion when once, during a particularly grueling day, the dream-chasing era was truly a wondrous time. Oh, I wholeheartedly hope you make it to the finish and emerge as the next superstar. There's that,
Hey, you should really fix that.
Miss March.
Hello, everyone! Next up.
Trailblazing into the uncharted and challenging the limits.
I hope that by the end of this journey.
Ah, a wonderful.
Safety first.
Waiting for you are three, and in the last stage, you will face off. Those are the rules. Simple. Everyone clear? Now then, I hereby announce.
Everyone, as the Charmony Festival is drawing closer, we must reach the end as March and I haven't known Miss Firefly for too long and aren't overly familiar with her. It'd probably be better if the two of you paired up.
Fine by me. Let's do it.
All right. I don't have a problem with that.
We'll split into the assigned groups then. Let's not waste time.
Welcome to the first stage of Soul Glad Enterprises' 33rd in the School of Acting Challenge. You have to complete 3 performances from 3 scripts. Now, make your choice.
Allow me to introduce the rules of this challenge to you. There are 3 stages up ahead. Your task is to bring also a bit of trivia. The record score for this stage is held by a participant with fiery red hair. His exceptional performance.
We are running out of time, so let's get this over with quickly.
Feeling lucky. Feeling lucky.
Stream forward, the gleam of old blades.
Just take a look at this pair! Such star. You two! Are you? Envision that you both, driven by the spirit of exploration, you're driving an old clunker through the wilderness of the dreamscape, braving the cold wind, choking on the dust. And suddenly, now, Mr. Greyhair, what line would you deliver to express your... Very good.
This is great! I love living on the wild side!
Very good! Very intense! Suddenly, sweet rain falls from the sky, wetting your lips and rousing your spirits! Now, Mr. Greyhair, what line will best express your surprise at this moment?
We're already at the next scene. You need to convey surprise now, not disappointment. That's not right. That line doesn't sound very surprised.
But at this moment, your partner yet gazes into the sky, both her
Perhaps
fantastic! Both of you have an incredibly solid foundation. And up next, you'll be challenged with a body language.
I hope these tests won't take too long.
Here, you two are required to skip picking up from where we left off. A heavy downpour saves you both stranded in the desert. This rain quenches the anger in your heart. You look to your companion, now completely devoid of fighting spirit. Want at this moment, what should you do to make her laugh? Right answer. Your companion sees you rolling about in the sand and thinks about
I'm gonna get back.
a tug at the heartstrings. The story continues to develop. The heavy rain leads you both to sense a business opportunity, so you start venturing into the umbrella industry. But just as the business begins, you have no choice. The goods you stockpiled at high prices have to be sold at a loss. This is a pretty Fantastic! Of course! Absolute! However, the true test.
Welcome to the final stage. Actually, all the scenarios that you previously encountered were all from the film Once Upon a Time in Dreams. Two companions arrive on Penacony with nothing but a dream. Their desire, many years later, their paths cross once more in the thriving Penacony. Against the backdrop of a revitalized Penacony. Give it a shot. Try and
Is this ever going to end? I know.
Your performance is far from satisfactory. God! I never imagined that such a sad...
Huh? Are we brilliant? Beautiful! We have passed the test. We ought to hurry up. Stellaron is at stake.
Stream forth.
Congrats to both of you for clearing the stage. Look at the time. You finished.
That red hair can...
You'll find out eventually, but only if you clear the next test fair. You have the option to choose gunfire and undergo Brother Hanu's trial, or time, where you'll now make you... friends. Welcome to the wonderful world. It's said that the watchmaker dreamed up the idea of Clucky when he was just a boy. Back like a skilled pilot, he steered them towards the right path. As a classic, contestants, may you have a...
The trial of time.
Stream forth, gleam of old blades.
That statue. Did it just speak?
Stream forth, the gleam of old blades. Stream forth, the gleam of old blades.
TikTok? Hey there, my gray-haired friend. We still haven't helped Big Ticker find closure yet? TikTok? Hey there, my gray-haired friend.
Am I just a failed experiment? I'm just an expendable failure of a clock, aren't
I know that this may sound like an exaggeration, but Penacony is actually in danger right now. We have...
Oh, another group of opportunists. You guys are just like the other challengers. See? I'm just empty-headed.
TikTok, it's time for me.
Clocky?
In Dreamville, Clocky is...
I can't believe...
You see...
I came across a star. Please, just leave me be, Clocky.
Oh, dear. Seeing it like this is... Don't worry, miss. Over here, my friends. Better use that hamster ball night speed. This must be one of the missing parts that Big Ticker needs. That's great! We're here! There's a missing part on the opposite side. But how do we get over there?
There's also a dream sign left here by a Dreamweaver. We're running out of time. We'll have to use it if necessary.
TikTok! Do I hear...
Tweet!
Oh, Dean! A roasted...
Time to change tactic. Lend me your strength.
Still water's uplifted.
Try that again. You can't run.
No dirty tricks, alright?
Try that again.
Sure, I'll play along. Bust. Or maybe I'll take it all. Watch your head.
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
It's on me.
Lend me your strength. To guard and defend. Crush them.
Destined for oblivion. Still waters of oblivion.
You can't run!
All in.
Watch this awesome move!
Bust. Or maybe I'll take it all.
Lend me your strength.
Destined for oblivion.
Try that again.
Watch your head.
To guard and defend. Crush them. Lend me your strength.
Still waters of oblivion.
You can't run! Troublesome. Try that again.
All in.
Watch this awesome move!
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
Lend me your strength. To guard and defend. Crush them.
Still waters of oblivion.
An inner self fragment belonging to the Sweet Dreams troupe? This is just too surreal.
Feeling lucky. Feeling lucky. Feeling lucky. Feeling lucky.
Show your courage. We've gathered all the missing parts. Let's hurry back. We don't want to keep Big Ticker waiting.
Stream forth the gleam of old blades.
We're back! As long as you have the... Wow! It's working! Tick-tock! What's going on in here? Your inner self is not qualified to be the real clock. No! Ta-da! Success! Thank you, Clocky. If not for you, no problem at all. Oh, my friends, you still have other. Go forth, my friends.
It's all done. Victory's in sight. Let's head to the final stage.
Congratulations to both of you! Oh, you've overcome all of in the final stage. Welcome to the 33rd Scorch.
No way. I think I just saw someone. Someone extraordinary.
Are you... Time to change tactics. Lend me your strength.
Free will, or was it fate? Still waters of oblivion.
Bear witness to honor.
You can't run!
Rise to the challenge.
Spend freely. The dice have been cast. Bust. Or maybe I'll take it off.
The flesh wound.
Watch your head.
You'll pay for this. Lend me your strength.
Another journey begins.
Let the duel commence.
Try that again.
The flesh wound.
You can't run.
Watch your head. I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
We've entered the storm. To guard and defend. Crush them. This battle is unavoidable. Lend me your strength.
Free will, or was it fate?
Try that again.
Pledge thine loyalty.
Familiar.
Behold, this symbol of pure
Wanna try
beauty.
hard some? Watch this awesome move. You'll pay for this. Lend me your strength.
Another journey begins.
Spend freely.
You can't run.
The dice have been cast. Bust. Or maybe I'll take it off.
The flesh wound.
This battle is unavoidable. Try that again.
Watch your head.
We've entered the storm. To guard and defend. Crush them.
Let the duel commence.
It's on me.
Still waters of a bliss.
My turn.
Rise to the
You'll
challenge.
pay for this.
Confess.
How's it familiar? You can't run. Try that again.
No dirty tricks.
You can't run.
Watch your head.
Rise to
Wanna
the
try hard
challenge.
sometimes. Watch this awesome move.
I hit the mark. Spend freely.
This battle is unavoidable. Lend me your strength.
Put forth all your might.
Troubles.
Behold, this symbol of pure beauty.
The dice have been cast. Bust. Or maybe I'll take it off.
We've entered the storm. To guard and defend. Crush them.
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
Rise to the bear witness. To let the duel commence.
You'll pay for this. Lend me your strength.
It's on me.
Free will, or what?
Pledge thine loyalty.
Try that again.
Rise to put forth all your might.
You can't run.
Watch your head.
Try that again.
The flesh wound.
How familiar.
Watch your head.
Tough luck running into me. This battle is unavoidable. Wanna try hard sometime. Watch this awesome move. Lend me your strength.
Spend freely.
You are fighting a gentleman.
The dice have been cast. Bust. Or maybe I'll take it off.
Put forth all your might.
You can't run.
Another journey begins.
You'll pay for this. We've entered the storm. To guard and defend. Crush them.
free will, or was it I weep for the departed? It too shall fall.
Sure, I'll play along. It's on me.
Try that again.
Watch your head.
You can't run.
Oh, the flesh wound.
My turn. Try that again.
Let the duel commence.
Lend me your strength.
Pledge thine loyalty. Put forth all your might.
Try that again.
Watch your head.
Wanna try hard some? Watch this awesome move.
The dice have been cast. Bust. Or maybe I'll take it off.
The flesh wound.
Troublesome.
Oh.
We've entered the storm. To guard and defend. Crush them.
Just for oblivion.
Tough luck running into me. There's always a weakness. You can't run.
Watch your head. Spend freely.
You are fighting a gentleman. Put forth all your might.
Try that again. You can't run.
Oh.
Rise to the challenge.
Gotta try hard sometimes. Watch this awesome move. Lend me your strength.
Another journey begins. I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
We don't have much time. In that case, let's make our way to the end. Penacony's really thronging with talent. I hope we make it in time.
Stream forth, the gleam of old blades.
Congratulations to the Galactic Baseballer and Firefly on becoming this Sports and Festival champion. We look forward to their amazing entrance in the Charmony Festival. Let's give a round of applause to our aspiring young guests.
Congratulations to the both of you on becoming the on behalf of the organizers, extend my... Your endeavors are worthy of... As previously promised, my sister, Mr. Yang, and I have met with the Dream Master. Both I and the Oak. We acknowledge the perspective of you, Nameless. Penacony does require change, but not as you propose. The planet of festivities cannot and will not revert to a place characterized by chaos. Through your journey of overcoming obstacles, you must have glimpsed the essence of that era. Ultimately, only heroes like yourselves manage to achieve success. But I would dare ask, if you did not possess the special status of having a Stellaron, and you were but an anonymous and frail member among the masses, a dystopia for the survival of the fittest, or a sweet dream paradise?
That's not the point!
Mr. Sunday, even if the members of the Oak family can't fully agree on what to do about the Stellaron, now's not exactly the time to be holding an extensive discourse about the Stellaron issue concerns the life and death of everyone on Penacony. If anyone has a better suggestion, the crew is more than willing to listen. Also, this way, we'll at least know what Welt and Miss Robin are dealing with, and the reason why they failed to make our appointment.
Ah, Navigator. That is precisely my intention. Let's talk about our tribulations and choices, and our final course of action. The only path to take.
You mean to say that for the longest time, there have been scoundrels who would use the Charmony Festival?
Indeed, Dream Master. Once the Charmony Festival begins, the Stellaron's powers, along with the song, will be broadcast across the entire...
This is indeed surprising to me. The dreamscape is maintained by the collective effort of the 5 families. If someone, do you have any suspects?
I'd like to ask, did you really not know of the Stellaron's existence?
I would have never thought that this Nameless would point the
If I have offended, the Astral Express extends its sincere apologies. But the current circumstances are dire and leave no room for meticulous inquiry.
Dream Master, it's just to prove that the Charmony Festival has nothing to do with the Stellaron. If we're being overly cautious, I will return to the stage.
Sunday, Robin, I've watched you two grow up, and the magnitude of this matter is enormous and cannot be taken lightly. Sunday, might I ask you to beseech them to cast their light unto me and question me in their stead, so that no lies may be concealed?
I will do as you command.
Robin, could I entrust you to be present as a witness, to document the truth, and to proclaim my innocence?
I will do as you command.
May thy will be carried out on earth. Just...
Oh, triple-faced soul, please sear his tongue and palms with a hot iron, so that he will not be able to fabricate lies and...
Let us begin. There is nothing else to prepare.
Understood. Question. Have you devoted your life to your god, never worshipping other gods?
Naturally.
Do you love your god as you do yourself, always heeding their admonishments?
Naturally.
Have you strayed from the path expected by your god, betraying their name?
Never.
Have you ever been inordinate with your asks of your god, coveting more than the foundation of the creation itself?
Never.
a final question. Do you swear to fulfill all vows, past, present, and future?
With the Eon as my witness, if I do not deliver on my words, or if I renege on my vow.
They have seen your faith, and have endorsed you.
Just a moment.
What is it, Mr. Yang?
I have another question I hope to have answered. To my understanding, the family's harmony and prosperity have never relied on so-called divine laws. The god you both mentioned, are they truly Shipe?
Mr. Yang should know that those belonging to the family toil together as if they were kin, embracing solidarity and unity under their light. All duplicity is laid bare before the harmony. Such a delicate and complex symphony. Which other god could perfectly harmonize this, if not for the great one, Shipe?
Perfectly harmonize. Therein lies the problem. It isn't an outsider lurking in the shadows who changed the harmony, but a dissonance that has surreptitiously emerged from within this very symphony itself. In the distant past, there existed an Eon. With one flick of the wrist, they crafted the laws of the cosmos. Their followers formed the Beyond the Sky Choir, spreading solemn and reverent hymns throughout the... Later, they fell. The route traversed by this Eon clashed with the harmony, ultimately being absorbed and fused into it. The chorus that once reverberated across worlds fell silent, and when it echoed anew, it was transformed into the hymn of harmony. Though an Eon may perish, paths with no masters still linger. In the all-forgiving harmony, echoes of bygone dissonance may subtly erupt.
Mr. Yang, being overly astute can be a detriment. Especially...
So this is how it is.
For the sake of our grand cause, Sunday, please afford these two an opportunity to rest.
What?
Sorry, Robin. It's just you. I did not wish for you to know this. It's a pity that things have turned out this way.
So, this is the true reason I can't sing? The shadow that envelops Penacony is actually...
We were never children of the harmony. Our ideal paradise could not have been crafted by Shipe. True bliss can only be guaranteed by the one within the foundation of law. Humanity establishes, and through harmony, we obtain order.
Unbelievable. To think that there would be remnants of the Order on Penacony.
What have you done with Mr. Yang and Miss Robin?
Don't worry. I just gave them some time.
You should know that these actions make you an enemy of the Astral Express.
Should we need to stand against the Nameless, it would only be myself and the Oak family involved. But we haven't reached that. Your efforts for the justice of Penacony are evident to everyone, and have been... Oh, I intend to. But that hinges on the outcome of...
If it is the Order that drove you to imprison Welt and Robin, and you're using them to coerce our compliance, then there'll be no point in entertaining any type of discussion.
You're mistaken, Miss Himiko. They are in very safe hands, and just as the family has always proclaimed, No one can be harmed in the dreamscape, least of all in the beautiful new world belonging to Penacony, and the entire universe have witnessed far too much innocent bloodshed. The strong wield natural selection. The world abides by this principle, establishing the well-being of humanity atop the corpses of the downtrodden. Only we, or rather, I.
So you've decided to resurrect a dead Eon? No one's ever...
If Miss Himiko is interested, let's draw back the veil and speak candidly. I've always firmly believed that people can understand one another through peaceful... I'm willing to divulge the unembellished truth as to the intentions of the Order's Pathstriders, so that you will make better judgment for the Astral Express, for Penacony, and for this... So, come with me, everyone.
Huh? Where'd he go?
Welcome. This isn't any location in Penacony's dreamscape. It's my inner world. The reason the scenery before you remains unchanged.
That means...
Did you do the same to Welt?
It's a tuning process. Stronger in effect and more draining on the mind. The gray-haired guest has experienced it before, so he should understand what it... Tuning allows you to intuitively grasp my feelings, which also means that I cannot hide anything. Now, everyone, please look at the huge screen. The road. From this point on, you will witness the numerous decisions I've faced. I've selected a portion of these to share with you. I believe after going through similar predicaments. Let's begin. The first This story happened when Robin and I were very young. We were victims of this later on. That baby bird was... We decided to build a net. It was clear that if we decided that when it hits destiny... No. I pass the power of choice to you all. Stick to the original plan. And build a nest with soft net where the Charmony dove fell. Or build a cage for it. And feed it. Giving it the utmost care from within the warmth of a home. I eagerly await you.
It looks like he really has no intention of imprisoning us. Back to the quest. No special.
That guy just if it after all. I can't decipher his intentions, even if I was gonna
Interesting. Since you've made up your mind, allow me to... From what I've observed, there are at least 3 predators in that yard that prey on small birds. The Vosicle scorpion. Even if they shy away from humans, these animals are still near apex predators in a fenced location like a yard. As for the choice you made, I am deeply sorry. This story happened when I was appointed. It was during that period. He was a dream chaser. He told me he had a plan in place after hearing the dream chase. I'll tell you the outcome soon. For now, will you do as I did and try to convince the Bloodhound family to stop their pursuit so that the dream chaser may live peacefully and realize? Or will you remain silent, leaving him to languish while the hounds are hot on his heels until his inevitable judgment? I look forward to everyone's decisions. It seems you, like me, are pondering whether a different choice could have led to a better outcome. Say he never gets caught. He would only die from delirium. The methods with which illegal stowaways enter dreams are unorthodox. Not flawless like the hotels, should he be apprehended. Could the hounds afford to turn a blind eye? As to your choice, I once again offer. And the story this time. This story, what surprised me, the letter contained the...
Do you know?
My sister.
To help you
from what the letter...
Correct.
A stray...
A wall has broken. She hoped to...
Is she alright?
If the operation by the eon above...
Those... Now you understand why she always wears such elaborate neck ornaments.
How could this...
It's all in the past. Likewise. Because this is mere... Would you still support Robin's journey on the... I am now aware of everyone's stand. Raising these questions merely serves to illustrate one point. The plight of Penacony cannot be salvaged by the harmony. The true foundation for a sweet dream. I know the suffering of being tormented. The turmoil of losing your way. How sorrow, and even despair, set in when matters don't work out. All of this causes me unending. We must teach the weak how to live a happy life. And this life isn't some
So what is your definition?
Good question. When one mistake after the next permeates the masses, they become impossible to trace. Thus, the amassing of these nature is always accompanied by predation and sacrifice. Its antithesis, that is what I want to do. Unite people's happiness under the banner of order. They won't need to make bitter choices any longer. Simply describing thoughts is far too abstract. So allow me to provide us. During these hard-earned rest days, people are given, and it is only on these days that people do not have to. From where I stand, society's ideal system should be 7 rest days. Following Sunday, there should ensue a second, a third, and indeed an infinite. And thus, there would be no need to bear. Miss Firefly, you who are stricken with entropy loss syndrome, you of all would surely understand this.
It sounds like a flawless But what is the price to attain all this?
The cost is minute, merely a personal and eternal sacrifice. If this paradise is to be maintained for everyone, someone must remain trapped in solitary wakening until the end of the cosmos.
Wakening. Which means that this so-called paradise is still a dream. Stepping into this paradise means forsaking reality.
It is not forsaking, but transcending. Flesh, blood, sorrow, weakness. If the physical is the root of spiritual suffering.
But in this supposed bliss, people won't have defeated their demons. The chance to overcome their tribulations would be forever lost to them. In other words...
That's another way of understanding it. But there is no shame in escape. On the don't you agree, Miss Firefly? But this is not in conflict with the grand plan. Only in acknowledging this.
I admit that you are a born leader.
Your perspective on humanity brims with... But unlike you, I live for the self. From my perspective, individuals making choices for themselves is the want to escape may be innate in the weak. But whether they are weak or not, it is not up to another to decide. Perhaps in your mind, you also view me as weak? Because I don't think so.
Since Miss Firefly has said her piece, the Astral Express will also naturally give you our answer. We'll leave it to you, just as Mr. McHale instructed before.
What is this place?
Does this place ring any bells, Misha?
I don't know.
It's the realm within a dream bubble. This was left to the Astral Express by a nameless. But weirdly, when we entered it, Dr. Edward from the Dreamscape sales store told me that dreams are formed from memories and a dream bubble, so I thought you might be able to help us in unraveling this mystery.
I don't know much about dream bubbles, but if you...
I'm counting on you then.
Himeko, I still don't get it. Why were you so sure that Misha had a...
I wasn't sure. It was just a hunch. But since me... Exactly. This is where you and Firefly encountered death, which we now know as dormancy. Considering its connection to Dreamflux Reef, the question now is, who brought you here? Based on the clues we have so far, it's unlikely to be that masked fool. So we're drawing closer to the truth once more. Let's give Misha some...
All right, but there are doors all over the...
I guess... maybe... I'm not entirely sure, but... let's give it a try.
Wait, you meant...
Weird. This place, if I remember correctly, there should be a fireplace down, and the room on the other side was the toy room. Hold on. This doesn't make sense.
This could be a case of amnesia. Don't worry, Misha. It's common for everyone to forget. Since this place seems familiar to you, why...
Yeah, then let's check out the rooms I just mentioned. Tick-tock. Tick-tock. Tick-tock.
Mikhail, that's the name? So, who is he talking to?
I'm sorry. I don't...
Anything special?
Mikhail is Grandpa's name.
Grandpa?
But we haven't heard anything about the watchmaker having descendants. Could you tell us more about your grandpa, Mikhail?
Yeah, sure. He was a seafarer who fearlessly ventured into mysterious seas and storms. He was always on the sea. He didn't want me to call him Grandpa because that would make him sound old. He believed he was still young. The name Mikhail was given to him by his parents, Mihaly and Elise, both renowned. Every time he came back, he'd share his logbook with me and tell me about his adventures.
It appears that the seafarer has nothing to do with the watchmaker. So, where is your grandpa now?
He went off on a new journey. So, where has Clocky gone? Did he leave to protect Dreamville? It's a member of the Compass crew, just like Clocky and Miss Mirror. They follow Miss Mirror's orders and handle all sorts of jobs on the ship.
Sailors?
Could you tell us more about the Compass, Misha?
The Compass is a ship bound for the New World. Clocky and his partners travel through layers of fog to the depths of the sea.
That's a great story. But in the Penacony cartoon, Clocky and his part...
Huh? Oh, weird. I clearly remember... Clocky arrived in the new...
Perhaps Clocky has a hidden past.
I think I hear the sound of water.
You once mentioned there's a magnificent fountain up ahead. Look, there it is!
The water resembles a precious jewel, embedded in the dreams of all seafarers. Every time I gaze at the shimmering light...
Have you recalled anything?
Yeah. He often said that those...
You know, I'm not an elder.
Perhaps every adventurer far from home carries a fountain within their soul. Even though the other side of the sea remains shrouded in the unknown, the fountain in front of his...
Yeah. While Grandpa was at home, we would stand by the fountain and place the compass, a toy boat that I made back then. I would ask him when I could go on adventures like him, and he would always laugh.
It seems this Mikhail is truly a...
Yeah. Based on Misha's recollections, the scenes in the...
But this raises more questions. According to Misha, he was clearly born on an oceanic planet and led an ordinary life. Could this be some sort of...
I'm sorry. I don't know, but perhaps I'll... I wish to share your burden.
We're going to the opposite side, right?
No, we should turn left here.
Huh? Something feels different about this place.
This is it. I remember this corridor. Up ahead is Grandpa's study. It was in that room that I saw him the last time.
The atmosphere in this room feels totally different.
Misha! You finally come!
Clocky, you're here! Huh. Yeah. This is the room where we first met each other.
Are those books on the bookshelf logbooks left behind by that seafarer?
Yeah. Whenever he came back, he placed a logbook on the bookshelf in his room. They contain records of his expeditions to every corner of the world. He described our world as a fountain. At some point, the sea started to gradually swallow up the land where people lived. To ensure that everyone had land to settle on, he had to continue exploring the sea in search for the source of the rising seawater. On that day, he called me to his study, telling me that he was embarking on another journey. However, I could sense the gravity in his expression. It It was the same look I had seen on my father's face before his final voyage. I asked him if I could go with him, but he said that my adventure lay elsewhere and told me to stay home and patiently await a certain sound at the door.
What sound?
He told me about a vast ocean in the sky, an ocean of stars. He spoke of a train that transports children with a desire to venture far away, traversing the sea of stars without ever stopping. He said that he knew the crew on the train, and that he had asked them to take me along. He said the journey I had always dreamed of would start there.
A train? Could it be?
It's the Astral Express. I remember now. Grandpa's friends are a group of nameless who came to this world to resolve a disaster caused by a star. Then, he gave his pocket watch to me. It was his cherished treasure, appearing in every one of his adventure tales. He explained that difficult times were ahead, but assured me that the watch would guide me. He said, as long as I kept moving forward, I'd eventually reach my desired destination. And then, it was as if I heard the distant sound of a train whistle echoing throughout the room.
Exactly, Misha! And then we followed that whistle, didn't we?
Yeah. I think I can still find the way we took back then.
This is the dream jigsaw, right?
Do you remember?
Hey, the shape seems to match.
Looks like we're just one step from...
This is it. This is my room of clocks. While I spent my time waiting for Grandpa to return from his voyage, Walter gave me this workshop, and it became my secret base. Here, I learned how to repair clockworking gears out of my fondness of precision mechanics. In my dreams, I was the captain of the compass, embarking on adventures with my companions, Clocky and Miss Mirror, in search of the new world. I was born and raised here.
So, this building in the dream bubble is your childhood home?
Yes, but not exactly. To be more precise, this dream bubble itself is my home.
Looks like you've remembered everything now.
Wait. Why does it feel like everyone else knows something I don't?
March, do you remember when he mentioned a clocky that only he could see?
Yeah, the little guy here, right? But we all saw him in Dreamflux Reef, right? And Mr. Yang even greeted him.
Looks like everyone on the Astral Express has a childlike spirit.
The answer lies in the Astral Express. His experience shows that neither Firefly nor Acheron can see this Clocky. And when we were in Dreamflux Reef, you may have noticed that for some reason, nobody outside of the crew had ever talked with Clocky. A mimetic life that can only be seen by a select few. It's just like a hidden message left by someone for the nameless.
But Misha can see Clocky too, right? They even grew up together. But Misha hasn't started the way of the Trailblaze yet.
That's the key to the mystery, March. Now take a moment to recall. Have you ever seen anyone outside of the crew interact with Misha?
Wait. No way!
That's the answer, March 7th. This dream bubble is the place where I was born. And I'm a dweller in this dream. Just like a memory zone meme. I should have stayed here and waited for you. But when reality and memories merged, I unconsciously pushed open that door and left the bubble with Clocky.
So it's not that the Watchmaker's dream bubble is empty, but rather the stuff inside ran away? And the whistle you heard was the sound of the express arriving at Penacony?
That's one way to see it, but I believe there's a longer story behind all this. It's best for Misha himself to explain all the details. How about we start with your name? Now, should we call you Misha, or...
Thank you all for helping me rediscover my true self. Now, please allow me to reintroduce myself. I was born on Lushaka, in the Presmere system, adopted by seafarers Mikhail and Char. They gave me a treasure, a name that carried their hopes. Mikhail Char Legwork, or simply Misha. If you prefer, you can call me by a more familiar name, the Watchmaker.
So, you're the Watchmaker himself?
Unfortunately, that legendary figure is no more. I am only a reflection of his life. As for the child who has been with you, he's the innocent protagonist of Misha's childhood dream. Friend of Clocky, a young apprentice, and a future mechanic on the Express. And this also marks the beginning of his journey, devoted to the Trailblaze.
At the end of the journey, I left this little flame, which I so cherished, in my deepest dreams, hoping to pass it on to the nameless of future generations. However, he somehow left the dream bubble and forgot all about his task. I apologize for all the confusion this caused.
Because he was born with a desire to trailblaze, wasn't he? I don't think Misha has forgotten his role as a guide. He remembered it, and that's why he mistakenly appeared as a hotel doorman in his dream from the very beginning. The one who brought our unconscious friend here must have been Misha. If that's the case, we encountered the Watchmaker's legacy from the beginning, didn't we?
Well, I have a sarcastic friend who says I always take big detours and end up back where I started. Perhaps that's what every nameless has to go through. But in the end, you found me. I'm sure you're all wondering what my legacy is. I believe my hound has mentioned the Stellaron and my wealth. If I may apologize, the Stellaron part is real. As for my wealth, however, it's nothing more than a baseless rumor. I left my homeland as a child and embarked on the journey of Trailblaze. I traveled to various planets until finally reaching Asdana, where my friends and I built the original Penacony and fought for its future ever since. I've been moving forward all my life, doing what I could to overcome the obstacles in my path. But ultimately, my journey reached its end, and I left behind no possessions worth entrusting. So, if you ask what's left within this worn-out train engine that can be called a legacy, I suppose it's the things that are still burning in the engine's furnace. Now that you're well aware of the current situation of Penacony, I certainly hope that you'll help me get this world back on track. But I'll leave that decision to you, for the path of Trailblaze is never paved by others. All I have for you is a story and 2 gifts. I want to give you my pocket watch. It has accompanied me throughout my long journey, guiding that naive child forward, and has been blessed with the presence of so many great people up to this day. And my hat, too. The one who navigated for me placed it on my head and planted a fanciful thought in my mind. The trailblazing expedition will never end. Now, it's time for you to make your choice. Once you've made up your mind, open that door and enter the long dream of an old man. I'll be waiting for you at the end of this corridor of time.
All right, everyone, let's make a decision. Although I don't think anyone will have any objections.
Of course. We've come this far. Surely there's no other option than moving forward.
In that case, then let's proceed together to the end of this dream.